If you are holding any cryptocurrency, this video is for you. Every crypto depends on what Bitcoin does. And this is called the Bitcoin rainbow chart. It shows us where we should be selling Bitcoin. It shows us where we should be buying Bitcoin. The ultimate time to buy Bitcoin is going to be in these blue to lower levels on this rainbow chart. And the times that you want to consider selling is at these red to orange to yellow areas. We are in the green right now if we zoom in for Bitcoin. And what this basically means is that this is a level that you want to buy, a level that you want to accumulate in. And we still have a long ways to go before we start getting into the orange and to the red. And that's going to potentially put Bitcoin at $200,000 this bull run, which is going to be the next 2 years. So we have the halving cycle, the halving event, which is going to be taking place in just a couple of months, about 2 months time from now. And look, these blue lines here are the halving events. Every single time Bitcoin has the halving, it spikes up massively. The price goes parabolic. Every single time there's a halving event, the price goes parabolic. I mean, look at this. Halving event, price goes parabolic every single time. Halving event here, parabolic. Halving event here, parabolic. Once we hit the halving event, it's going to be up only. Yes, there's going to be corrections. There's going to be pullbacks, maybe within a month, maybe 2 months, but the price is going to go crazy for the next year, next 2 years. And it's going to be extremely bullish. So everyone right now is kind of bearish on Twitter. A lot of traders, everyone is super bearish. But guess what? Let me show you another visual of the Bitcoin halving and what happens. Here's the first halving here, goes parabolic. Another halving here, the price goes parabolic. Halving here, parabolic. So we're getting very close to this halving period and the price is going to go parabolic. It always goes parabolic. It always moves in according to these 4-year cycles, which are based on the Bitcoin halving event. Why is the Bitcoin halving event so important? Well, it reduces the supply. It reduces the supply, causes a supply shock because the mining rewards, what miners now typically are going to receive, they're going to receive half of those rewards. And guess what that means? The amount of Bitcoin that's being put into the overall market is reduced in half. And now we have institutions like BlackRock, Fidelity, they have these Bitcoin ETFs and they're buying Bitcoin every single day at massive rates. And guess what that does? Coupled with institutional demand, we haven't even gotten to retail demand yet. We have institutional demand, a supply shock, the price is going to go absolutely parabolic. So I'm thinking that Bitcoin could potentially reach, based on these halving cycles, based on these charts, to nearly $200,000 in the next 2 years or so. I think that that's quite logical. Bitcoin right now is almost $50,000 if we take a look at that. And to double now would put Bitcoin at 100,000, and to double from that price, Bitcoin would be at 200,000. So it's not really a crazy move. It's only like a 2 or 3x from that specific target, which is quite likely. Bitcoin does way more multiples than that in every single bull run. But I think as the price gets higher, there's more money into it, that the moves to the upside are going to be smaller. However, they're still going to be very strong bullish and way bigger than any moves compared to the typical S&P 500 or the NASDAQ. Now, if we take a look at the price chart of Bitcoin, what we can see is we have a very strong resistance level around 44,500. We have very strong support at $40,000. So I'm thinking that's going to be very likely that Bitcoin in the short term is going to see around $45,000. But we're going to have to see how Bitcoin reacts at this level. Is it going to reject, continue correcting, or are we going to make new highs? And one of these moves is going to be taking place very soon. February is historically a very bullish month, so I think that we might have a strong chance to come up and retest this $49,000 to $50,000 level for Bitcoin. And this entire week, we've got a lot of bad news, but Bitcoin has been continuing to push up higher, continuing to recover. If we take a look at the S&P 500, the S&P 500 is at all-time highs. It's continuing to push up with basically bad news, and the market is very bullish. So whenever there's bad news and the market just recovers and bounces up very quickly, it shows that the market is extremely bullish. We are in a bull market. I mean, if we zoom out at Bitcoin, ladies and gentlemen, we can see very clearly that we are in an uptrend, that the price is very bullish. It's continuing to make higher highs, and after every single correction, the market is bouncing up and making new highs. We take a look at this correction, new highs, this correction, new highs, this correction, new highs. The market is inherently very bullish. If you guys get something out of the video, please make sure you give this video a thumbs up, that you subscribe with notifications on. Thank you so much, and I'll see you later.